Hello, this is Xenobraid, back with another moveset concept for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This time, we'll be looking at Baiken from Guilty Gear Strive to see what kind of moves she could bring to a platform fighting game. I want to start by clarifying two big problems with Baiken in Smash Bros. Firstly, her design. I'll let it speak for itself. Second issue is that among the several Guilty Gear characters, Baiken isn't the most popular. Would they add a character from this franchise, it would most likely just be Soul Bad Guy or Kai Kisk. Just please don't add Mei. We do not need Tatsugeki in Smash. Let's begin by examining Baiken's role in Guilty Gear. She's a one-armed samurai with multiple hidden weapons beneath her sleeve. This can range from a rope to a mace to a cannon. She has quite the large arsenal to pull from in terms of attack variety. In terms of game plan and strategy, Baiken is an all-arounder with decent options across the board. What she specializes in, however, is her ability to deny zoners proper breathing room, despite her not inherently being rushed down. With that out of the way, let's start with her specials and then move on to her normals. So her neutral special is this. It's a firework cannon. This would function like K. Rool's blunderbuss, except that it's faster and explodes on impact. Performing a command input, which would be simplified to down, back, special, would increase the size and damage of the explosion. For her side special, she fires a rope with a large bell tied to the end of it. While linked together, the stronger either of them try to get away from each other, the stronger they'll be pulled together. This is a great option for forcing opponents to stay close and in your face. Additionally, in the context of a platform fighter, if you were to rope onto somebody, you could very easily run off the ledge with them still hooked onto you for cheeky gimps and suicide mix-ups. After a short period of time, the rope dislodges and you'll separate. Although it's a grab, it functions like Terry's super specials, where you can still block it with a shield. If you perform a command input variant, which would be back, down, forward, special, she would instead use a huge claw to pull you close. This would be slower, but it would go through shields. You can combo off of this really well. But if combos aren't what you're going for, if you press the special button a second time, you can deliver a follow-up attack. This move would kill at high percents. Her down special is deliberately meant to counter projectiles. It's called Tatami Mat. As the mat falls, it has an active hitbox. This move would clash with any and all projectiles, physical or energy-based. The hitbox itself would also set up for combos. When used in the air, it falls to the ground for a short distance. Baiken can use this to basically act as a falling projectile to protect herself. Additionally, within the context of a platform fighter, she could use this off stage to gimp characters or rob stocks early. Finally, her up special. Because fighting game characters don't have to worry about recovery in their own games, I have to get pretty creative with this one. This is the move. It would essentially function like Sora's up special, where Baiken would leap upwards and perform a rising spin, covering every side of her. This would not put her into free fall, meaning that she can still combo off of it. With her specials out of the way, let's move on to her normals. Firstly, her jab. No, I'm serious, this is it. It's a small poke tool that would combo into a kick. It's a two-hit and done kind of jab, which isn't very common in Smash outside of Samus. The very first hit has incredibly tiny range, but is very fast. Next is her tilts. For forward tilt, she swipes her katana in a swift motion. This is similar to Sephiroth's, although it wouldn't have nearly as much range, and you wouldn't be able to tilt it. For down tilt, she kicks low to the ground. This is very common amongst fighting game characters in Smash, and hers would function no differently. Finally, her up tilt. It's a backhanded punch with a lot of hit stun. The unique quirk about this move is that it would have very high priority, meaning that if it clashes with another move, chances are it'll just flat out beat it. This is especially useful as an anti-air. Finally, her upper torso would also be invincible during the animation of this attack. Moving on, this is her forward smash. Covers quite a bit of range and even hits a little bit behind her. This is her down smash. It's a forward roll with her sword. This functions very similarly to a lot of slide kicks, like Cloud's or Min Min's down tilts, except that while those are great for combos, Baiken's is for killing. This is her up smash. It's the slowest of her smash attacks, but it would pack quite a punch. Now let's cover her aerials. For her neutral air, she does a puny punch that can combo into other moves. Her up air is this high kick, great for juggling. Her forward air is this massive mace thrust. Kill surprisingly early for forward airs and cover quite a bit of range, albeit kind of at an awkward diagonal angle. Her down air is this falling stab. This would not be a stall and fall, like many stab down airs. Instead, this would have a weak, lingering hitbox that would be great for drag down combos. As for the back air, we have to bend our beliefs a little bit, since characters in Guilty Gear almost never have a need to hit behind themselves. They always face their opponents. It is this move. Baiken pulls a cannon out of her shoulder socket and fires a huge blast. Like Piranha Plant's back air, this would have tremendous ending lag. Now, I want to mention something special about Baiken's grab. She doesn't have a Zair, however, she would use the rope from her side special. However, she also has a charged variant of her grab. This wouldn't grab her opponents, but it would actually go through shields as an attack. Instead, it knocks them away at a weak knockback angle, meaning that you can't combo off of it and it will never kill. It's purely utility based. Finally, Baiken would have one command input move. If you go down, forward, and then grab, she'll strike a pose. During this pose, a counter detection hitbox would appear. If an enemy's attack connects, she grabs them and throws them for massive damage that scales off of the attack that hit her. I'll show you what that looks like. After the slam, this would force a tech situation. She would not be able to use that move in the air. Last thing to note is her final smash. This would not be a cinematic, it would happen on the field. After a cool zoom in, Baiken would perform 3 slashes that deal massive damage. Foes above 100% would die instantly. The last thing to note is that if this move is the finishing move in a match, the victory screen would play out right at the end of the move, just like it does in Guilty Gear. Just like Joker's final smash. And then you would press A through all the menus. Baiken also has some great taunts to pull from, so I'll demonstrate them here.